Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today we have a couple of different interesting pieces. We have a little bit on FTX, a little bit about XRP, and I just all in all think it'll be a very informative show. So make sure you press that like button. Now again, the reason I am not putting a camera here right now is so you guys can see it better, because things are getting very interesting. First of all, Caroline Allison, who we all know was the CEO of Alameda, might actually flip soon on Sam Bankman-Fried. Basically, what's going around right now is all the shade is being thrown at the CEO of Alameda, which again took money from FTX users, basically. And so a lot of people are now speculating with potentially, as of this point, unfounded, but potentially good arguments and actual argumentative reasoning. But the fact that she went over to the USA is leaving a lot of people to believe that she's actually given out information about what went wrong a little layer higher at, for example, Sam Bankman-Fried. And so that could be very interesting to follow over the next couple of weeks, as apparently Sam Bankman-Fried might actually head over for a Congress meeting, or I'm not exactly sure what the name of that is, on the 13th, but we have yet to see if he will really show up. What we know, however, is that they are diving deeper and deeper into investigating, and that's because many stories from left and right are coming to light. For example, the fact that Taylor Swift actually was in talks with the imploded crypto group FTX about NFT ticketing arrangement. Now, if you don't know who Miss Taylor Swift is, she's one of the most popular musicians ever. I'd say especially maybe like a year or 10 ago, but still incredibly successful, and I'd say surely a household name. So the fact they were thinking about it, this NFT ticketing, shows that FTX had quite a significant amount of power, but apparently they were afraid that Swift would not add value to FTX's user base. But I guess it's interesting how the tides have turned. Now, as I stated, things are getting pretty damn juicy regarding the Sam Bankman-Fried drama. Rep. Maxine Waters says lies are circulating, well, yeah, everywhere lies are circulating regarding this FTX Sam Bankman-Fried drama, that I am not willing to subpoena Sam Bankman-Fried. So again, Rep. Maxine Waters' response to critics says a subpoena for SBF is on the table, but for some reason it's, well, not happened. Apparently, again, he was gonna testify in front of Congress or appear in front of Congress on the 13th, despite accusations of fraud and stealing $10 billion in customer funds, a request SBF turned down. All right, I'm just noticing that he actually turned it down. And attorney Jeremy Hogan, in the XRP community, a very well-known lawyer, pointed out that it made no sense for the lawmaker to take to Twitter to make a polite request when it's within her power to subpoena the crypto founder. You, as the chairwoman for the committee, can just subpoena him to testify, tweeted Hogan. No need to ask nicely. It's House Rule 11, Clause 2M, but I'm sure you already knew that. Today, Waters says reports claiming she's unwilling to subpoena the former FTX chief are false. Lies are circulating CNBC that I am not willing to subpoena Sam Bankman-Fried, but again, that is not the case. A subpoena is definitely on the table, so stay tuned for that. As I've already stated a little bit earlier, I'm personally just looking out for every single piece of FTX news, mostly because if there's some groundbreaking announcement, game-breaking announcement, I was kind of in the middle, groundbreaking, it could actually change the entire scope of crypto for the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. For example, Sam Bankman-Fried potentially has the power to go over a couple other exchanges and basically expose them as well for some of the bad things that they're doing. Or, for example, explain that BlockFi and all these other companies or so were all basically working on the principle of lies or something like that. If he makes one of these statements, the consequences in terms of regulation might be so astronomically annoying or severe that on the short term it might really wreck everything. On the contrary, he can also go and step in and say like, well, I really want to work with regulators and then get the most harsh regulation possible. We don't know exactly what he's trying to do. And because he's done donating, they're not necessarily going to be so easy on him in the future. And so maybe he was actually the biggest vouch for crypto all this time, that they were trying to harshly punish crypto, but he is the saint, keeping them from doing that by donating tons to political parties. Maybe it was all for his own favor, we will not know. But again, the investigations are rolling in. And talking about investigations, hopefully you guys remember that Floyd Mayweather and Kim Kardashian were being sued for promoting a quote-unquote scam, but apparently that lawsuit has been thrown out. And that again is something you guys should understand as well, that very often, even though we all think it's obvious that they've done something wrong with individuals, very often it doesn't end up actually being that way. And I just said again that Sam Bankman-Fried might expose Binance or whatever other crypto company out there. Maybe he doesn't have the power to. But Binance just came out saying that their Bitcoin reserves are 101% collateralized, says the auditing firm Mazars. So they actually have more Bitcoin in the exchange than the users collectively held. However, the only problem I see with that depends on how deep this all goes. Because in theory, it's about how much the users actually hold, right? Yeah. But it's also about how much exactly you owe. But I guess they have gone through it this time around. I probably think it's going to be somewhere because Binance said as well that they should also prove the liabilities. So maybe the amount of Bitcoin that they quote unquote own right now actually is the correct number after liabilities are taken off. Or basically the fact that they're saying it's backed shows that they're backed properly to actually give people their money back instead of just like, oh, we have it right now. It doesn't mean what we are actually owing it to or anything like that. But I did not fetch that exactly from reading the document, but I think it might be somewhere in there. Now, I just wanted to quickly come back on XRP. The community is in a stroll right now. Ripple Stewart Alroty, general counsel for Ripple lawyer, debunked the narrative built against Ripple's legal positions in the XRP lawsuit. The general counsel for Ripple hinted the defendants are approaching the end of the SEC lawsuit. Again, even Ripple has now stated that. Both parties have urged the U.S. District Analicia Torres to give a ruling in their favor in the motions for summary judgment. However, Ripple's general counsel made a big claim against the commission in the XRP lawsuit. Again, he's been doing that right now. The lawsuit is approaching its end. Even Ripple employees know it. And the only thing that's waiting on us right now is the judge to make a decision. And again, things can take a lot longer, but there's a very good chance that it's going to be done in the next 3 or so months. And that's to a certain degree quite wild, the fact that it is almost over like this. Again, you should check it out. Alroty stated that the major reason for the SEC and detractors to attempt to recast Ripple's arguments, as they hold no opposition or answers to them. He stated that their actual arguments mention that there's no contract of investment between Ripple and many XRP holders, or almost any, while the SEC is unable to satisfy a single prong of the Howey test. He added that the defendants concede not a single prong. Ripple's general counsel highlighted that the SEC's reliance on garden variety ICO cases will not be applicable here. And he further added that the briefs depict that Ripple does not depend on a conclusion that XRP was purchased for use. However, a conclusion built by amnesty briefs and non-speculative evidence would easily defeat the commission, the SEC's, claims. However, the final verdict in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit is expected to transform the definition of digital assets under the U.S. securities law. And CoinGate reported that over 4 billion XRP tokens were moved from Bittrex crypto exchange to an unknown wallet amid the pending ruling on XRP lawsuit. As per the data, these tokens' cumulative worth is being calculated at 1.5 billion. I wonder exactly what this is all about. We know that Ripple moves 1 billion XRP every single month. Maybe he just caught up that all of a sudden a lot was moved over the last couple of months. I am not exactly sure. As obviously stating that, pending ruling in the lawsuit, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean in the last 2 years? What exactly does that mean? We do not know. All I do know is that I'm still extremely bullish on this technology. And that was it for today's video. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. See you guys again in another one. And make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it and potentially even subscribe.